We're going to work a little bit in broadcast here. We have Lantern TV available for you to get engaged with, so I want you to have a kind of an understanding as to where we're going. And we're going to bring in some great speakers from the broadcast realm who are going to help you even more. It's important to acknowledge that broadcast and writing are different, and they have different styles, which is going to be good news for those of you who don't love AP style. It's friendlier, it's more conversational. You're going to write more the way that you talk as opposed to the way that people read. You want to keep it short, simple, easy to follow. It's similar to print in the sense that it's about the story. There's still going to be a lead. There'll still be like a nut graph sort of thing, which will be the scope of it. We want proximity to our reader. We want to know why. Controversy drives things. We want to look to the future. But we're not doing the inverted pyramid, right? So, that starts strong and ends weak. Broadcasting has a beginning, middle, and end to it, because your goal is you're going to hold viewers free out because they're going to go from segment to segment in a typical newscast. News needs to sound new, so we talk in present tense. We tell people what's happening right now. If it happened yesterday, you can say that. Contractions are okay, although we don't use them in news writing. We want to make sure that we have, very active, very present language to keep our readers feeling like they're part of it. Quotes are now sound bites. Voiceover can provide facts about someone where you're going to paraphrase things, but this is going to be your A roll. We talked about we're going to have B roll, and now we're going to have this factual information that we may provide in either a stand-up or a voiceover, and then we're going to have these segments of quotes and B roll from our sources. It's still about the writing, though, and what you're probably going to start looking to do is writing scripts. So even news reporters write out what they're going to say, even though it may not look like they're reading it, but they plan out, the sequence of how their story will go. You need to really work on recording yourself, getting comfortable being in front of a camera, deciding about what tone of voice works well. Do you sound conversational? Do you sound stilted? All of these things are going to be practicing, things that you practice to get better. We do spell things phonetically in order to help us understand them. Remember, especially if you're reading from a teleprompter or you're reading from your notes, we can't be worried about style, and we can't be worried about how something looks. We have to worry about how it sounds. So here I've spelled out for you the former leader of Iran, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. So I'm not sure that I would have gotten that from the actual spelling of his name, but I know here not only how to say it, but I also know where to put the emphasis. So it's not Mahmoud, it's Mahmoud. And you can see that you put that using capital letters, using hyphens. Let punctuation help you. So put ellipses, underline, use capitals, short pauses, put commas. Remember, when you're reading something, you're going to respond whether you intend to or not. So if there's a comma there, you're going to pause. If there's a period, you're going to stop. So you need to make sure that those things are all in the right place. Abbreviations and symbols, spell out words. If you put ST, does that mean street? Does that mean saint? Make sure that you're very clear. Acronyms can still be used, but a lot of times we'll spread them out with hyphens. If you're in doubt about what to say, spell it out. So I want you guys to get started working on this kind of broadcast technique. You're going to work as a team where one of you records and one of you is the talent. We're going to write for your videos. So you're going to write a script. Don't overload us with a bunch of facts. Don't explain what's obvious. So if I'm looking at a food truck on Neal Avenue, don't say, we're looking at a food truck on Neal Avenue. Just start talking to us about what the food truck's doing. And we're going to see how we can get started being broadcasters.